6:47, coming at you live from the elliptical, 35 minutes, 44 seconds into my workout. Level 10, feeling pumped. I sprung out of bed this morning, 5:30, ready for action. Phil, on the other hand, is still sleeping. He had a bit of a late night. He went to a meetup for Papillons. Said he wanted to connect with members of his community, which, you know, it got me a little worried, frankly, because it's a bit of a rough and tumble crowd, but he made it home safely, apparently had a good time, and, you know, I'm letting him, you know, sleep it off a little. We're gonna go ride our bikes to Rockaway Beach later, so, you know, he's gonna get that exercise he needs. I'm not too concerned. Wearing this shirt today, it's a floral shirt. I love a floral print. I love, you know, flowers in general. Most people do, you know, really inspirational, you know, fauna, flora and fauna. It sounds sort of like the beginning of like a knock-knock joke, like, knock, knock, who's there? Flora, Flora who? Florence, you grad? I didn't say fauna. You know, a lot of great music was inspired by flowers. Kissed from a Rose, Seal is one. You know, it's a song I really connect with, that moment of climax particularly, where he goes, there is so much a man can tell you, so much he can say. You remain my power, my pleasure, my pain. It's a song, you know, when I hear it, I feel like, you know, this is a guy who really gets me. It's my song with Ryan Gosling for a long time. And we had a deep connection until he got a little obsessive. You know, things cooled down, of course, you know, once I got the restraining order. Pump up song of the day, Haley's song, Eminem. Is nothing to the tears that I've tasted. So here's what I'm facing: 3 felonies, 6 years of probation. I went to jail for this woman. I've been to bat for this woman. I've taken bats to people's backs, backwards for this woman. And, you know, he's not exaggerating. He's done so much. You know, he's talking about his ex-wife, Kim, of course. He's done a lot for her. And she is the worst. You know, I've been through a lot with them. You know, their daughter, Haley. I won't say I'm, you know, I wouldn't say I'm the godmother, you know, we don't really do that in the Jewish community, but I've been an influence. And I, of course, saw them this week at Haley's high school graduation. You know, it got me thinking about the passage of time, because it seems like only yesterday she was a young girl whose life was being ripped apart by that monster, Kim. And now, you know, she's a young woman. She's headed off to college. So, you know, it got me thinking about time and how we can make the most of every, you know, precious moment, you know, which is, you know, but a flicker in the candle of life. So, you know, first, you know, almost most obvious is YOLO. As the young people say, you only live once. And, you know, this was something that was coined by Emily Dickinson back in the day. It didn't really catch on till more recently, but boy, you know, did she live those words. She was someone who was out, you know, doing it, whooping it up. You know, it was like her poem said, because I would not stop for death. And it was like, you know, she was like, I won't stop, we won't stop. She was like the Miley Cyrus of her time. Didn't have foam fingers back then, but she wore some pretty racy outfits. So let her be an example to all of us how you can, you know, kind of take advantage, you know, carpe diem, the way Emily Dickinson did. Make the most of life. That's number one. Number two, I want you to adopt an attitude of gratitude. We have so much to be grateful for. You know, we have, you know, food, shelter. You know, it's like we're not in a refugee camp somewhere. And I guess for the people who are in refugee camps, that one, the attitude of gratitude might be a little harder. You know, YOLO might also, but you know, they still, you know, there are people looking out for them. There's the UN. You know, they can be grateful for Ban Ki-moon. Great name, Ban Ki-moon. It's sort of like, you know, like you could see like DJ Ban Ki-moon off us, like that kind of a thing. So that's number two. Number three, be in the moment. A great way to do this is with social media. You know, no better way to sort of, you know, put yourself firmly in the present moment than to constantly, you know, photograph it and you know, tweet about it. Whenever I see someone, you know, updating their Facebook status a lot, I think, someone who's having a really good time doing whatever they're doing and really present for it. And finally, you know, of course, the way to make the most out of every precious day, keep the journey going longer, is to eat protein all day.